Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Now You Know podcast. And today we'll be talking about a girls' summer party, what actually happens, and answering some questions from you guys. And please like and subscribe if you like the video and comment down below. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll be saying, now I know. And a little introduction from me. I'm Yusra Lehman. And a little fun fact, this is my plushie. His name is Shuki, and those who like BTS will understand. Anyways, in front of me is...
Hi, I'm Gabrielle Polis, and a fun fact about me was that I was born with a hernia. Yeah.
Can you give us a bit of an explanation?
I don't know. Basically, there was like something wrong with like my stomach, and like just when I was born, and then I had to go into surgery for about like a week on an infant, and then now I have like this gigantic stitch across my stomach.
Battle scars.
Yeah. To my left, we have someone new today.
Whoop, whoop. My name is Zara van Wyk. Fun fact about me is that I used to play soccer before.
Oh, nice.
Same.
And last but not least,
my name is Jasmine Lee Prins, and fun fact about me is that I woke up 10 minutes ago.
We love that. Okay, so let's start off with what actually happens in a girls' slumber party, because I feel like people like think that it's all some big thing or like, you know, but what actually typically happens though?
Scanner stories.
Yes.
Okay, true. But, okay.
Pillow fights.
Do you actually do that?
Yes.
I thought that.
Oh, I do that.
Okay. I don't really I don't like violence. You know? I'm just kidding. But,
Yeah.
Karaoke's.
yes, karaoke's are the best.
That's,
Yes. Yeah. And honestly, I feel like baking. I feel like always, like most of the time, either baking or cooking food or something is
Okay,
always
I've done that, at
Yeah.
the slumber party.
Yes. Okay. So, I feel like we should start getting into the questions and things that we got from you guys.
Yeah. So I basically set up a survey, like asking guys, what do you want to know? It's the girls' summer party. We will confess all our little secrets to you guys, and
Yeah, but we will pass.
they ask some questions.
There will be passes on some of them, but yeah, we'll try to answer as many as we can.
I want to see those.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to look for like a really good one. Okay, I'm gonna start off with a really good one. The very stereotypical, the very stereotypical question, the very like overplayed scenario. Why do girls go for the bad boy over the nice guy?
Oh, lovely. I feel like if you're out here calling yourself the nice guy, I think that's the reason we're not going for the nice guy.
Probably.
Because
Yeah.
it's typically the case. It's just not always, but it's a lot of the time. It's very much of, I'm such a nice guy and things, but you're very conceited,
Narcissistic.
You know? Yes.
Possessive.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
And what about you guys? What did you think?
I feel like it's very overplayed. Like, you know, the whole like, oh, girls like always go for like guys that like treat them so junk, and like, why do they go for that? Like, I'm such a nice guy. I'm like right here. Like, why don't they go for me? Why do women like not like me? Like, why do they have to go for people that treat them so junk? And it's like, I don't think we do. Okay.
I feel like
It's not intentional.
Yeah.
I feel like also those who say that can sometimes put themselves down. Like they'll be like, I'm such a nice guy and things,
Low
but they'll say,
self-esteem,
I'm like,
guys.
I'm such a nice guy, but then when they actually speaking to the person, they'll put themselves down more, which
Which will make the lady or girl feel bad.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, it's a case of it's just like they'll be like, oh, you know, like I don't meet like I'm not like friends with a lot of like girls and things, but like you know I like to treat people nicely and things. I'm not like you know they'll compare themselves to other people a lot, and yeah, I feel like that lack of self-esteem and self-worth and things can cause people to not be as attracted to you. But
Yeah.
that's just from me. What about you, Zara? What do you think?
I don't know because I've never been in that situation.
No,
before.
same. I'm just going based off what I think.
You haven't.
am I the only one?
Yeah.
But I do feel okay. There's like this massive like belief that like all girls, or at least like teenage girls, like they have to go for like the jock, or they have to go for like the bad boy and stuff like that. And I think like it's like so like commonly believed. I think we got that question like a lot. Like so many people
Is it?
like put in that question like, why do girls go for guys that treat them so horribly? Why do you purposely go for like abusers? And it's like
You purposely go for abusers. Wow.
Not all girls like necessarily go for those type of boys. Like me personally, I'm chill. I just go with like what I'm like feeling, you know.
Yeah.
But like I think the girls who desperately look for those type of guys are like looking for like clout or fame or like just like want a big name in general or like
But I mean,
don't know.
yeah. But being friends with a person, and I think possibly being in a romantic relationship, is a different situation. How they act in one circumstance may be different to another, and such. So obviously, if the girl is like interested in this person and maybe they treat them bad and stuff, it might either be something that the girl has gone through that like tends to make them like draw towards that, or some in that kind of light, if that makes sense. Or it might just be that that person didn't show their true colors until they were actually in the relationship. And they built a connection beforehand, and the girls are too, like, the girl might be a bit apprehensive to completely cut contact with that person
Yeah.
because of the history they've had.
I think I've
I feel like you like of what the girl has gone through. They would like go like they look for this like kind of say manly figure in their life. So like they would at that point they would take anybody. So it's like
Yeah.
that type of thing.
And as Fagan likes to call us, the fatherless generation, I think
Always.
that applies. I think that applies that, like, subconsciously we tend to also look... Because, I mean, generally people who go for a partner look for someone who, like, they've either lacked that type of love or respect in their life, or they've constantly
Yeah.
experienced that. And if it's the case where they've lost... They don't have a mother figure or a father figure and such, they'll go for someone that can give them that type of affection, or something similar at least. So, yeah. Yeah.
I personally think that it's very, very overplayed. I don't think girls purposely like go for like horrible people.
Yeah.
I think it's a very, very overplayed narrative. But I definitely do know like a few people, like a few girls that will go for like really suspect guys.
Yeah.
It's honestly a preference, and every person has a different preference.
And I think that also depends a lot on how you view yourself and your self-worth and such. So obviously if someone has a low self-esteem and things, they'll go for someone that might treat them bad because they'll think this is the only time I'll get to see, like, get someone to love me, you know? So, yeah.
We accept the love we think we deserve.
Yes, we're here to build you up, okay? So don't go to them, go to us.
okay with that quote it. That quote hit.
Okay, next question.
Okay, so how long does it take for girls to get over a guy?
That depends, I think. I don't know.
Jasmine?
Oh no, I just know who asked that question, man.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, can you? Because we all I'm like unexperienced. I don't know about you guys. No.
It depends on the guy and like how long you've spoken, honestly. For me personally, like if I'm talking to someone for like over 2 months, it will take me like quite some time to like get over that person. But if I'm like just like talking to you for like just for the us or something, they won't necessarily be getting over because like it's just for the us. But like so probably like a week or two, or some people that I know get over someone in like a day. in like 2 days, in like hours, but like me personally, like
Yeah. It might just be
a week or two to a month or 2 months.
I think it's how like personally attached you get to that person emotionally and everything. So I think that depends, but it also depends on the girl and the guy and things, how their relationship was, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you guys? What do you think?
I'm just gonna agree with you.
Sorry.
Same.
I never really had like such an intense crush on a guy.
Yeah.
Nothing to really get over.
This one time now, I had my first heartbreak. Well, obviously puppy love and stuff. I was grade 7, but like, damn, it took me like a year and a half to get over this dude.
A year and a half.
I'm not actually gonna
I'm
lie.
really not like, I'm not even joking. A year and a half.
I'm not gonna lie. When I do have crushes, I don't get crushes easily, but when I do, like, it takes forever. I had a crush for like from grade 1 till like grade 7 and things, even though I left the school. And it like during that time,
Even though you left the school.
I left the school in grade 5. I still had a crush on them in grade 7. They were long. I think they were just done with me, but that's besides the point. It takes a long time. It depends on the
It
person,
really
okay?
does. I've also had a crush for that long, eh? Like grade 1, maybe till grade 8, 9.
Oh wow. Okay. Next question.
Okay. What do women think that men like about women? Like,
What?
let's put
Oh.
our mind.
Can you repeat that?
Like, what do you guys think that we like about them?
No.
Oh, what do we think? Wait, no. Sorry. What do we like in guys? What
No,
do we think guys like in
about-
us?
yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
What do we think guys like
in
about us?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know.
I think, okay, so obviously there's different type of boys like different type of things. So there's the boys that like bodies, there's the boys that like personalities, the boys that like both, there's the boys that like your face, and the boys that like not your face. So like, yeah, it's just like there's different boys and different perspectives. So
Yeah.
I feel like different boys go look for different things in girls.
Yeah.
Some people go for the confidence. Some people like go for the low self-esteem so that they can build him up, and then that girl can be emotionally attached to them. Some people, I don't know. Like, yeah, some people like just like the body, like the personality.
The personality. What do you like, you guys? What do you think?
I think I agree with Jasmine.
Yo.
Yeah.
I think different guys like different things, basically. Okay, new question. What do you think the reason guys go for you?
Go for like
Wait.
specifically us.
Yes.
I don't know, guys. Don't really go for me.
Let me put you on the spot.
Wait, say the question again. I need to process this.
Why do you think people like go for you?
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay, do I have to talk first again?
You don't have to. Do you want to?
So, like, with personal experiences and, like, past experiences and stuff, I know that, like, majority of the guys that went for me was for my body, and, like, yeah. And then, the recent... Okay. My ex, I know that like he like personally like went for my heart, and like not like just like how I am as a person, and like who I was towards him, like my personality and stuff. Like, and my ex before that. But yeah, like different guys go for different things, like I said before.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, what do you think? Zara will go for you? Because you've been like, very somber.
I think that it's basically the same thing that Jasmine said. Everybody just goes for certain things. Like, it depends on what the guy likes in a person.
Yeah, but what do you typically feel like is your main things that you attract? Because, like, attract people. You know what I'm saying?
I've had
Yeah.
people I've had people going for like my body, my
Sperm in the body.
personality, never had person going for my looks. Yeah, so basically that's it, but mostly the body, I feel like. But yeah.
Okay. And Gabby, and then I'll say something after. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I like to build people up, like a lot. I think
Yeah.
that's like the most common thing. I think it takes a while to get a crush. I think it's like the way I treat people. I'm very much, okay, fine. A lot of insecure guys go for me because I like to build people up. Yeah. So I pretty much like build them up constantly. And yeah, I think that's mainly the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly like I'm very like last person to know things. So if anyone has have a crush on me and things, I'm probably like the very last to know, or I really don't know at this moment. But I feel like the people that I do know that had a crush on me.
Have had.
Have had a crush on me. Thank you. They're like I'm very like most of the time I'm very hardworking. And like I
You don't
do
wanna be
some
distracted.
Sorry? Yeah, sometimes, it's been a little different these days, but that's besides the point. We're working on ourselves, we're working to be better. But I feel like that's my academics can sometimes stand out, and my dedication, and I think my personality, because when I'm comfortable around people, I feel like I can be very like extroverted, and also I feel like I can sometimes dress well. So, yeah, that's me.
Very nice.
Thank you. You do too.
Miss Jasmine, this question's for you.
What?
I think because the nice guys don't have confidence. That's what females are attracted to.
Oh, because most guys don't have confidence. Yeah, I think also. So yes, Kim. I feel like it's the confidence that
Yeah.
does it like attract us most of the time.
I think in general, like
Yeah.
when you tear yourself down, it's not a very attractive quality.
Yeah.
Like constantly like self-loathing.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's really attracted to that.
But then also, like,
Yes.
when you're a bit too confident, it's like, no.
It's
no.
just like-
relax yourself.
Being confident in yourself, but still being humble about
Yes.
it. And I feel like that's just hopefully an over the board thing. Like even with guys, I think that's also the case. Hopefully. I know some people like shy people, but I don't think that typically means that they need to be insecure,
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, anything?
Jazz.
What?
Why do girls prefer to go out with taller guys?
Why do I have to answer this question? Anyways.
This question was designed
So
for you.
like, okay, true. So I'm gonna bring like my personal experiences into this. My first ex was shorter than me, and my second ex was taller than me. And like, okay, I'm not gonna mention names, but like with my first one, it was literally like kind of weird, like going out and stuff, and like, cause it was like he's shorter than me, like I'm just gonna make like he's my brother instead of like,
Sure.
Yeah, so like if I ever like go out with like short guys, it's either my friend, my cousin, or my brother. Like, no, you won't like be seeing me. Like, it's not that like I don't wanna be seen like with like my boyfriend or something like that, but like you're shorter than me. I am a tall person in general, and I feel like I'm supposed to have standards, and I have a reputation. I can't let people be saying, no, it's a Zendaya Tom thing.
Oh.
Even though that is cute, like
It
I'm
is
totally here
cute.
for it. Like I was like, okay, like because of that, I had some confidence like in that relationship. But like I feel like taller guys are just like so much better. Like, like it's just
Yeah. I feel like typically though, like the media also shows that even in movies and things, most of the time the guy is taller. So I feel like that's also kind of been ingrained in our minds.
Yeah.
And I think that there's also been a study that I think the height also can symbolically mean like they like can relate to their masculinity, or they kind of like they need to protect and stuff like that, which is what a lot of like girls tend to go for and things. I'm not saying every girl, but I'm saying like, that's also just what the media has also portrayed to
Yeah,
us, which
so-
is, you know,
So that's why I never saw that. Like I never like worried about height like then, because like I just looked at his, like he was a very good guy. Like his personality was like top tier, and like the way he treated me, man. So like I didn't necessarily like, but you should. So I was just like, no, like I actually like you, not
Yeah.
for your height, but like for who you are. And I just feel like different people, like I say all the time, different people have different opinions and perspectives and like experiences and stuff. So yeah.
yeah. And I think also the height can also relate to like the maturity and things, because it's kind of like bigger and I don't know, bigger. Typically, you would think like a little older, if that makes sense. What about you guys? What do you think?
I think that you would think the person is a bit older than you if they're taller than you.
Yeah.
Because that's the most common.
Can I just say something quickly? I'm older than my ex-boyfriend and he was taller than me. I was older.
But also, I think studies have said that, don't quote me, but that the taller that you are, it can often relate to having stronger genes, which is why people have gone with taller guys for long periods of time, and that's just integrated itself in like our social norms. So yeah. Okay, it. Okay, Gabby.
Oh. Teenage years is a time to get to know you. Besides, teenage boys and girls don't really know exactly who they are and what they want yet. Bottom line is take this time to develop, to have friends, to find out in a non-damaging way what you want in a partner.
Yes, I agree to that. You know, like I feel like it's so important for us to build our friendships and build the relationships we have around us, because that typically does build who we are as a person, you know? The people that the environment that you're in can affect who you are. And I feel like just having that stable, like, surrounding with you as well can make it so that when you do have someone, like how Charlene has said, Charlene, how it can just be so that you are in a good space and they are in a good space, and that when you're with them, there's no toxic relationship and things like that. It's something that's actually built on love and friendship and things like that, because it's a healthy, stable relationship between the two. So yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I want a lot of guy friends, but when you have guy friends, they always hit you with the question.
Yes.
They always hit you with that question. It's like,
I have to tell you something.
Me personally, I think guy friends are better than girlfriends. Well, it just depends on like a situation, because for the girls, drama, of course. But like, and like that guys are like, it's like a brother figure or something like that. But like, I guess most guys like typically just want to be a friend for like, for like when you like ready for like a relationship or something like that, or like
Yeah.
just to like hop in if your boyfriend leaves you or something.
Yeah.
And then like yeah, I think yeah.
And I typically think that like having a stable like relationship and things with someone and stuff, and knowing that that person isn't there just like for the time being and things is so comforting, because
Yeah,
you know
it's a must.
Yeah. And I don't know, typically for me, like I don't like having guy friends, because apparently, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but sometimes when I speak to people, or like when, like, they'll assume I'm flirting with them. And I'll be like, what do you mean? I don't even know how to flirt. What is happening? Like, there's been circumstances in like my previous schools and things when I'm speaking with someone that's a guy and things, and I'm being normal like how I would with the girl, not completely, but like, you know, but they'd say like, people around me would say I'm flirting, and I'm just like, but I wasn't. I was just being normal, which is I'm being like a normal,
I
friendly
get-
person,
I
which
get
doesn't
what
make
you mean.
sense. Yeah.
yeah, I think everyone around them, when they see like two people of the opposite sex, it's always like,
Oh yeah. They're dating.
I give them like 2 more months and then they're gonna start hooking up. Like,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
like chillax yourself. It's not like that. It's
Yeah.
not like that. Relax.
to go back to the height question, I think I got bullied for my height. I was very, very tall. I wasn't tall. I just got bullied by a bunch of short boys.
Same.
And then, I had this nightmare. I had this like reoccurring nightmare that it was like my wedding day. And then obviously it's like, lift the veil. Do you take, yeah. And basically it got to the kiss spot, and then I had to like take off my veil, and then I had to like get down on my knee.
Oh my days.
to kiss this guy. And it was like a reoccurring nightmare from grade 5 to 7. And then in grade 7, the guys started shooting out. And then I guess I lost the height thing. Yeah, guys started getting taller than me, finally. But I got bullied by a lot of very, very mean short boys. And that caused my preference.
Me personally, I've been bullied by everyone, even my teacher. Literally. Like, I was... Huh?
Twinsies.
I was like, I had so many nicknames. Like, I'm just gonna say one of them because, like, I can't remember the others. Like, Giraffe was the most common one.
Same for me. Giraffe.
Giraffe. Oh, and like my okay, let me rather not say that. But like people used to call me Lange Geraad also, and I was like, okay. Like, I used to laugh at it and stuff. But like when I am like alone, I'll just be like, what's wrong with my height? Like, why do you have to make fun of me for being tall? Or like, what's the problem with being tall? Because like, some people, most people, majority of women like want to be tall, and majority of tall women want to be short. So like, I don't even know. Like, it's just an on and off thing.
It's always you want what you don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, I want to be short, but like, I'm a model, and I like, one of my biggest dreams is to become a runway model. But like, you have to be 5'9". And I'm 2 inches shorter than that. I don't want to grow anymore, but I want to be a runway model. So it's like, it's difficult. But like,
Yeah. What about Isara? What do you think?
You want to get taller, shorter, love your height?
I'm very pleased with my height. Very, very pleased with my height. I've never been bullied about my height. Just hearing that people bully you about how tall you are or how short you are. And I've never been bullied for that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's sad, man. If you get, yeah.
I'm bullied every day at Blast because of my... I'm just kidding. I know it's all jokes and things, and I'll laugh at it too. I actually like my height, even though I got about it and things. It's just because I know like sometimes like everyone laughs at it and things. So it's laughing with them. They're not laughing at me, even though sometimes it seems that way.
But no, I laugh with you.
Okay, good. So yeah, let's see. What do you want to?
Oh, okay, sure. This is a hot topic though, and really relevant to your age bracket. Just know that you are all beautiful, and you can truly understand your worth by who, and you can't, you can't truly understand your worth by who likes you and who doesn't. You probably will never know who is interested in you at this point in your life, because people are generally insecure, and most boys and girls won't have the courage to let you know at this point.
Yeah.
That
My
is so
mother
true.
gives me this lecture like every other time.
You love your mom.
Yeah, she basically just like, Gabby, when you get out of high school, you will find like all the people that have a thing for you.
Yeah.
Like, just wait until you get out of high school. It's just like, I'm gonna be very disappointed if I get out of high school and then something doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm going against my mother's
But I think everyone
right now.
I think everyone at this age is just trying to find themselves, and I think it's important to know who you want to be and where you want to be and such. And I feel like our generation is very lost at this point.
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with your mom on that.
Also leads us to like the next question is like, how do like women deal with being rejected?
How do we deal with being rejected? We typically avoid going close to the rejection. I feel like, I don't know, if I was rejected, I have no idea. I don't know.
I would never have the courage to ask someone.
I feel like I would. I did one time tell someone that I liked them. And then they were just like, oh yeah, I did like you too. And I was like, cool. But I was a very logical child. I was like, we are like 9. We are not going out on dates and stuff. Like, there's no
the
way.
same. I'm very, very logical. It's just like,
It's like
Yeah.
you can't even drive. You can't even go
Yeah.
you can't go out without asking your mom. I don't
Yeah.
think that a relationship would ever work. But
I'm
okay.
17 and I still can't go out without asking my mom. But me personally, about the rejection story, I don't let people reject me. I do the rejecting.
Okay.
I can't. Like, I can't even let someone reject me. No, I'm not here for that.
I don't know.
But like, I feel like if they don't like physically reject me or like to my face reject me, and like I'll just like feel the rejection, I become sad. Like sad. But then like I push myself to get over it because my self-worth, my self-esteem, my self-confidence is key, and I need to put myself first.
Yes.
There's no way I'm gonna be like crying over someone. Hell no.
Yeah, of course. What about you? What do you think?
I would be disappointed, first of all, and like sad. Like, yeah. And just what Jasmine said, like, you have to get over it at some point because if you don't, it's just going to sit with you and that's going to just drain your self-esteem. Like she said, your self-confidence is key and everything. It's just going to drain you as a person, and I'm sure no one wants that. So, yeah.
And I think that's important to have some stable like friendships and things to go to and things after that, you know? That's why it's important to focus on your friendships and things first, I think. Because I feel like having that back support, not back support, but you know what I mean, someone to have your back is important if you're going through these situations of maybe being rejected and such, that you know that you're not alone. Because it can be a very lonely thing, I can imagine, you know? But yeah. And Gabby?
Oh wait, sorry. Continue.
Yeah.
I haven't been rejected. I think I don't know what I would do. I would never have the courage to ask anyone. It comes back to like the $1 million question that like guys always say, like girls have to approach guys because like 100% they will like be nice.
Succeed.
Yes, like it's always like you have to ask out a guy because you will succeed because every guy will just say like yes.
I've literally seen a quote like that like now the other day, like I'm not even joking. Like it was like, if the girls make the first move, you will 99.99999% succeed.
But then my only issue is that sometimes there are people that will be like, if someone tells me that they like me, I'm just going to go with it. So do they actually like you? Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've heard like once or twice that someone said that if someone goes up to them and says, can I be your boyfriend or can I be your girlfriend? They'll be like, oh yeah, okay, sure, and things, but don't actually want to be in that relationship. And I've known someone that's gone through that. I'm just like, how do you do that? Like, that's someone you have to like associate
I've did
your...
that before.
Yeah.
But then I ended up broken up with him. I don't count it as a relationship at all because just imagine dating someone for one day. No, that's not a relationship. That's like going on a date.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like the person, like, they don't know, some girls don't know how to say no to a boy if they ask to chat them out. Then it's like, I don't want to hurt your feelings type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's when they just go for it, but then they're not actually happy in the relationship.
Yeah.
So it's like something like that, where they don't know how to say no to the person. It's almost like it's in their nature to not say no to a person.
But Jasmine, let's go with you.
So like hi guys, my name is Jasmine Lee once again. But I just wanted to remind y'all that this is the Now You Know podcast, and we are chatting about like what girls talk about at slumber parties and stuff, and like
Answering some questions and things from the viewers
and
themselves.
don't forget to like and subscribe. Like y'all,
Yeah,
go
of
like and
course.
subscribe.
Gabby, any other questions there for us?
Oh, why do girls always go to the bathroom together?
I feel like I know what's the question.
I feel like it's, for one, it's always been like a safety thing. You know, people always say like don't, like especially if you're a girl, you often get told, oh, don't stray away from the group. Like always go in a group. Because, you know, it's
Anything
a
could
dangerous
happen.
world. Yeah. Any other things as to why we go to the bathroom all together?
To look in the mirror.
Okay, to take pictures.
And take pictures and
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah, and if you like need a little touching up, you can just be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, does this look good? Can you help me?" Whatever. So, what do you guys? Any other things?
Definitely.
If like maybe like you're in a situation or something, I'm speaking in general, not for myself.
Yeah.
If like you in a public space, whatever, and like y'all wanna like talk about something, then you just go to the bathroom
Yeah.
to talk about it there if you don't want anyone else to hear.
Okay. Don't even think about it. Quickly answer. Don't think about it.
Oh gosh.
Do you
Can't
think
not think? Okay. Okay.
Do you think women are more mature than men?
Yes.
I think in your age bracket, like, typically it has been said that women do mature quick, like before men and things during. So if you are in a class of the same age group and things, I think typically the girls do end up becoming more mature. And I think that's also because of like, not only that, but like your menstrual cycle and things that hits you first. You get told about a lot of different things, I think, before some guys, if that makes sense. And I feel like a lot of the times that when you understand your body and your menstrual cycle and things, and as you're going through it and such, you understand the importance of like protecting yourself, because you are often the person that, not all the time, but often the person that has to experience like what's happening, who has to deal with it afterwards, you know, if anything does end up happening to you. So I feel like we have to mature.
And
It's
also like I feel like most parents have it harder on their daughters, and it's always like
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
easily going
because,
to be my
like,
answer. Like,
really.
yeah.
because
Like,
the girl can
yeah.
anything can happen to the girl. You can come home pregnant,
Oh, yeah.
like anything. So like I think people like parents in general are just like more harder on their daughters, and like I feel like that's why us daughters like probably mature more, like in some part of the reason, because like we learn more things and we know more things. They speak to us more about things, you know. So like I feel like we just have like a bigger perspective of things from a parent's opinion as well, because like for boys it's just easy, they can just like do these
Yeah.
things, you know.
Yeah.
Because like they're boys, they can't go home pregnant anyways. But yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing. I think it's the way that we raised. I think
Yeah.
guys get it like very easy because like they're guys, they can do. It's like they're allowed to be immature, whereas I think we're given so much more responsibilities, and with responsibilities comes maturity. So and guys don't really have any major responsibilities at a very very young age. I think they only start getting responsibilities to take care of themselves once they move out.
Yeah.
And that's the only responsibilities they have, whereas daughters, they get responsibilities all throughout their life, and they have to handle it, and it comes with a lot of maturity. And I do think girls are a lot more mature. They are definitely immature. It really depends how you're raised.
Yeah.
But most people are much, much harder on girls, and that's why much, much more girls are more mature than guys.
yeah,
And I feel like typically that girls get taught like, oh, you must dress a certain way, you must like stay clean, you know, and things. We get like more focused on that and such. Whereas we get taught to protect ourselves.
to be
But the thing
self-aware.
is that I really don't like that not a lot of boys get taught how to treat a woman. And I feel like that, and like in that sense we become more mature because we have to be mature to protect ourselves,
Yeah.
you know, to go out into society and
to
such.
be self-aware.
Yes, and I feel like that's something that hopefully our generation will change, that if we do have like sons and such, that they will get taught to treat the next woman that they see with kindness, no matter if you're interested in her or not.
Yeah. Like
And
you just
also-
need to have respect for
Yeah.
other women.
And
like-
people just in general.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like put the level of responsibility that you have on your daughter the exact same level that you have on your son. Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah.
Hello.
I feel like men always get like bullied though, that they have to like be a man kind of thing like that.
Yeah, the whole be very, very strong
Yes.
type thing.
Instead of learning how to actually be respectful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
also like when
how
they
you raised.
see, like if you see them typically like showing a bit of like respect, or like what's that word, but like they're a bit more soft, then they're seen as weak. And like I don't think guys like want to be seen
Yeah.
as weak, because people bully them for feeling weak
Yeah.
or looking weak. Like
Yeah.
everyone is weak. Like even the people themselves that say other people are weak sometimes, but like they don't want to show it because there's this thing of being strong that they have to uphold, you know.
Yes.
So I think maybe that's also why typically most boys don't respect women, because they don't want to be seen as soft towards a person or soft in general. So they keep up this strong figure, like I'm a man.
Yeah.
You're just a little girl.
Yeah.
I feel like, you can be raised in a good household where they teach you manners and where they teach you that you need to respect women. But it's the influences and your peers
Yes.
that influence you to do certain things. So it's whether or not you choose to take that upon yourself, or you choose to stay by how you were raised.
Yeah.
So
And like how our generation is now with such easy access to social media and everything, I feel like it's not always the best, because I mean we get exposed to so many more mature things, and I feel like also the type of stuff that the guys are exposed to or allow themselves to be exposed to can obviously affect how they approach women and how they see women. And I feel like that's also one of the big reasons why we also have to be more mature, to kind of just keep ourselves away from those type of people as best we can.
Yeah. I think on terms of responsibility and on terms of how we treat others, women are more mature and like like Fagan always says, kindness is the highest form of intelligence. And I think women are typically both to be more feminine, kind. I have to really, really like respect your opinions and I have to lift you up and be very, very feminine. And guys don't really get that. They just have to be strong, and that's how they're raised. So on terms of emotional intelligence, I think we're all the same. It depends how you're raised.
Yeah.
But in terms of how you treat others, it's different. It's very, very different for men and women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed question. Don't even think about it. Quickly. Don't think. Quickly answer. Personality or looks?
Personality.
Both. Like
Personality
yes.
or there's like or.
Okay.
You cheated. You cheated.
No, I need to say both, because like yes, mostly majority personality, 70% personality, but then 30% looks, because I don't want an ugly child, first of all.
Wow.
I'm just putting it out there. And also like I do want a good looking guy. But like personality most of all. I don't want my good guy to treat me bad. Like no.
Yeah.
I'm not here for that.
I feel like it's again of the media, how we just tend to see these good looking people and things and expect everyone to kind of be that way subconsciously, whether you know that or not. You know, we tend to like see someone that's good looking and be like, oh wow, like, you know, and we expect them to be good people and things. And I think that's also sometimes why we like people fall into the thing of having toxic relationships, because they can sometimes only see someone from how they look, you know, and that is like the harsh truth, you know. But typically, like, I feel like for me, I can't speak for everyone, but if someone is good looking and has a bad personality or bad character, I instantly dislike them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's a really big ick. Like it's just no, you know.
for me personally, I feel like, because I was like raised to like not go for looks, or because you have to go for like the person's personality.
Yeah.
I was just raised to know the person's background. Like my mom always used to tell me, find out where they live. Find out who their parents are, give their parents numbers. Like my mom is the type of person like, if I go somewhere, you must contact the parent first.
Yeah.
And I always used to like, you know, be like, why though? And I was like, and I started to realize that there's so much things happening in the world, and it's like a good thing. actually to find out and contact the parents.
Yeah.
Because first of all, you don't know the like household the person lives in and
Yes.
stuff. But for me personally, I feel like it's personality more than the looks.
What about you, Gab?
Definitely personality. I feel like for me, looks is kind of not okay. It's obviously not a non-factor.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's not very particularly important. Every single time I say this, it's like you're lying. But definitely, I feel like I have a hard time with everybody in terms of building a very, very strong, like emotional connection to people. I feel like I have a long list of acquaintances and like a handful of real friends. So for me, if we have a genuine bond, like a genuine like I enjoy spending time with you, I feel like that is kind of the only thing that matters. If I enjoy spending time with you.
Yeah.
But what you said about looks, I was literally discussing this with my like the halo effect.
Yeah.
About how society treats people that are very, very beautiful
Yes.
completely differently because of the halo effect.
The pretty privilege.
Yeah, pretty privilege.
Yeah.
Because I was watching Never Have I Ever with my mother, and we were like picking sides. Are
Yeah.
you Team Ben or are you Team Paxton? And I was just like Team Ben because enemies to lovers, and my mom was just like Paxton, and it's just like because like he did something like I forgot what it was, but it was something so incredibly basic.
Yeah.
And it's just like but he did this, and he treats us so well, and he treats us so great. I'm just like, no, he doesn't. He's just hot.
Yes.
That's literally it. He's just hot, and me and my mother were going back and forth, and it's just like because I think the scene was she was walking home, and he was driving past her, and then he offered her a ride home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mom was just like, that one thing that Paxton did completely altered her point of view. It's just like, I am Team Paxton, ride or die. And it's just like, no, mommy, he is just hot.
Okay, so like
he's hot. Okay.
what team are you guys like?
I haven't actually watched Never Have I Ever like fully.
No ways.
Yo.
No ways. You need to watch
The
it.
new season is coming out soon.
Ah, again. No.
Yeah, in June.
In June.
I'm excited. But like Team Ben all the way. What are you?
I was Paxton for like the first 2 seasons. And then I was like Team Ben.
Yeah, Team Ben. And you?
Ben.
Yeah.
So-
But before we move on quickly, I just want a quick story time because Zara's like little talk like reminded me of this and such with finding someone's background and such. Okay, so I used to do registration things for my mom when she had like a work thing. So this was during COVID, so I had to take their numbers, their name, their full name, their numbers, and I had to take the temperature and such. So this really good looking guy comes in, and so then I'm just like full blown like flustered in these. My friend, like not my friend, my cousin had to like speak for me because I couldn't speak. I was just like, okay, what is this? So then he writes down his name, his number. I was like, at the end of the day, I saved it, and so I showed my mom. I was like, Mom, and then she saw the person, so she was just like, okay, yeah, I approve. I was like, Mother, don't say that. So at the end of the day, she's like, come, let's go find him on Facebook. And so me and my mom, if I am interested in you, me and my mom will find you. And yes,
You.
yeah.
So the thing is, looks are like, if you are unbelievably attractive, like, you are treated so differently.
Yeah.
Like, you don't, like, the thing is, they were attractive their whole life, so they don't even know how well they are being treated.
Yeah.
So it's like the $1 million question of, if you are really, 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 really hot, you have no personality, because you didn't have to develop a
That one,
personality.
yes.
Everyone will laugh at your jokes. Everyone will be super, super interested in what you're trying to say.
Yes.
Everybody will engage with you, and everybody will treat you with kindness
Yeah.
just because you're attractive.
Yes.
Whereas people that are typically not as attractive have to develop a personality in order to get liked.
Yes.
You see, it's the scale.
Yeah.
So the $1 million question again, looks or appearance. Remember, if you go for looks, they are undeniably attractive. They are the most gorgeous Greek god in the entire world. Looks, personality. The most funniest, most amazing, whatever your type is in personality, or an unbelievably attractive person. Right there, again, I'm going to ask the question, looks or appearance. You guys are supposed to be answering this fast.
Just give us that and then just expect us to answer fast. It's kind of... Okay, what about you? What about you? You answer the question.
I'm asking the questions.
No, you can't answer the questions and then not answer. You can't put this pressure on us and not experience it yourself.
Personality.
Personality, yeah.
Both.
Sorry.
Both.
You guys are not playing this right.
No, look here.
You can't have the Greek god. I just said if you are so beautiful, you do not need to have a personality.
But what if he is a Greek god with a
that
gorgeous
doesn't-
drop-dead
that does
personality?
That's not part of the question.
That doesn't exist.
But what if he is though?
That
Yeah.
doesn't exist. That person does not exist. If
Not
you
in this.
are-
Not in the statement.
If you are unbelievably attractive, you do not have this amazing personality.
Yeah.
You did not have to develop it. You never developed
Some
one.
people do though. Like you can be hella attractive
No,
and
but in the
still have a nice
circumstance,
personality.
in this question, in the circumstance, what would you choose?
Oh,
The most attractive
personality.
person
Okay.
ever.
Personality.
Personality.
I feel like for me though, like I said before, that if someone is drop dead gorgeous and stuff, and their personality is really bad, I'll automatically start to see them as ugly. So
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
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 So, what is the style, like clothing wise? What style do you prefer on guys?
Latest fashion. You need to look super swag, very fashionable. If you're wearing skinny jeans, I automatically don't. Only I wear skinny jeans, not you.
If you wear that jeans and you're like, it's like falling
If it's
off
below your
you.
butt
Yeah.
and like you have your
Oh,
underwear
yeah.
sticking out, no ways, no ways.
I feel like if you just understand your style and that you like look good wearing it,
And you can look
Typically-
after yourself.
yeah. I
And
feel
you-
like
Like you know what you
Decent.
want to wear or whatever.
yeah.
Like,
I think if you can make whatever you're wearing work, I think that I don't mind what you wear typically.
Okay, that's not
It's
the
just
question.
that-
What
but I
is
mean,
the style?
that's what I'm saying. I don't really have like a specific style I'll lean towards. I just as long as there's certain styles I'm like, oh wow, but it's because that person can pull that off. But it doesn't mean that everyone can. If you know
yeah.
what I'm saying. So
it's their personal style.
yeah, it suits them. If your style suits you and you look good wearing it and such, then I'm like, wow.
Then I'll go
okay,
for
yes.
it, like 100%. Yeah, but
Even-
don't ever wear skinny jeans around me. No.
The
Sorry?
question is basically, if you see men wearing this particular set of clothing, automatically it's like approved, gold
Yes.
star. What is it?
What do you mean? What
is
Let me go to my
the
Pinterest.
style- Literally, let me go to Pinterest.
the latest fashion style, like literally, like the baggy jeans, the baggy top, like the
hoodie.
the hair, the is like the most important. One of the most important
I was
things.
literally about to say, like, for guys, I could care less about what you're wearing.
Your hair.
Your hair
must be nice.
What is your hair? What is your hairstyle or how you styling it?
Yes.
That is very important.
Yeah.
That is your style.
I feel like if you don't have a good hairstyle, like
It
instantly
throws you off
Yeah.
Yes.
completely. You
Yeah.
are a different person.
Yeah.
Totally, like literally, like I was seeing videos like 2 o'clock in the morning watching Facebook videos, just like scrolling, and then there'll be like a hair video, like a glow up video, like you'll be looking like super crusty and like your hair's like all over the place, and then after the haircut, then you're like,
Like those barber videos, I like on my For You page, I'm scrolling those barber videos where it's just like the before and then they give them like a haircut and then like
after, and then like a different person, fully different
whole
person.
transformation.
Can I just quickly add something in? It's connected, but at the same time, it's not.
Go
But regarding like the hairstyles and things, as we say, like the type of hair that you have can affect how you look and things.
Yeah.
It's a huge factor, and that's with both boys and girls and things. And that also is a small portion of the reason why like people that are part of like Islam wear hijab and things, because it's focused a lot on your personality and learning the person and liking the person for who they are instead of their looks and things. And that can also be part of the reason why some people go into parda. That's when like it's just your eyes that are
I
visible.
was thinking about that now while you were saying it.
So yeah, some people believe to wear it like that, some people don't and such. But that's typically one of the big reasons why people, not big, but it is a portion of the reason why you have to like cover up and everything for someone to find and like you for you, you know?
Yeah.
I thought it was just for modesty.
that's another part of the reason. There are multiple different reasons as to why people wear it. But yeah, modesty, and obviously like just being able to make healthy, like genuine relationships and stuff, if that makes sense. So yeah. Zara, did you have anything to say regarding the hair and the style?
So, just like something my mom and I always used to like, you know, like she would say, how can people wear like these things? Like, you know, when they wear like the baggy stuff, and then they would say like, that is not nice. It just looks untidy.
Yeah.
But like for me, I would be like, it's not untidy in
Yeah.
today's time.
Yeah.
Like today's like fashion is completely different to when how people dressed before.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the way people see decent.
Yes.
So like I would always like just be decent, but also dress in
Yeah.
today's fashion.
Yeah.
So like, sorry to like go off like the thing again, but like, this one time my cousin was over and he's still in that like 2019 type of fashion vibe with the skinny jeans and like the jacket and like the waves or whatever and like the big looking tackies. And then I was like wearing my baggy clothes, like
Yeah.
super baggy clothes, and he was like, since when are you depressed? And I was like, what do you mean? It was like, people who wear baggy clothes are depressed. And I'm like, no. Calm yourself down. You do not know what you're talking about. And like everyone has different fashion perspectives and opinions and experiences and like anything. Like people just like different things, you know? So like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the $1 million question,
Another
the question
one.
that I think it was the most asked question on the survey was if you are a gorgeous person, why would you cover up your face with makeup?
Okay. So
I feel like it's what do you think of yourself. That's
Yeah.
against self-esteem.
Self-esteem, yeah.
That's against self-esteem because like it's like someone else sees you as this beautiful person and then you see yourself completely different.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, just
For me personally, I see myself on my phone, one person. See myself in the mirror, a totally different person.
Yeah.
See myself on pictures that other people take of me, a totally different person. And like the picture that I paint in my head of what people tell me, very much different person.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's a very broad like thing.
Yeah. I think that just also generally, there's just also this image in people's mind. I keep on coming back to media, but that really,
Yeah.
it does have a big factor, I think, on femininity and like girls and such as of recent days. But I think that it's just, you see all of these pictures of people posting and stuff, and they always look so beautiful. They always look so amazing and stuff. And when you feel like you don't fit that category, a lot of people wear makeup and things to make themselves look nicer, to fit that type of societal norm of being beautiful, of having like long eyelashes, of having like rosy cheeks, things like that, that people generally will find attractive. And even if you don't have a low self-esteem and such of, oh, I look like I don't look good and stuff, it's also been instilled, I think, that that's part of femininity. And sometimes you can find fun in it, you know, that you enjoy actually putting on makeup and things, that you look good with both makeup and without, but it's something that can be enjoyable because, you know, it's something you can also bond over. If you see someone in person, they'll be like, oh my gosh, I like your makeup and things, automatically, like you just feel good, you know? And yeah, and I think that it's just there's a lot of different factors as to why people would wear makeup even if they're beautiful. But also another thing of that low self-esteem, which a lot of people don't realize, is that you don't see yourself how other people see you. There's a saying that a butterfly can't see the beauty of its wings. And I think that is so true, that we might think that, oh, we look like this, we look so bad and everything, but other people actually see your true beauty. And I think in that sense, that's why for me, I don't mind people taking pictures and stuff of me, because even if I don't like the picture and if someone says, oh, this looks amazing stuff, I'll just go with that, because I can't see myself in that sense, because I've constantly looked at myself in the mirror. I've nitpicked every single thing about me, if that makes sense. I've seen it over and over and over, if you know what I'm saying. You've gotten so used to your face that you don't see the beauty of it. So yeah.
I feel like me personally, I wear the most makeup at Blask. And personally, okay, obviously it's personally. Anyways, I think most of the reason why I wear makeup is to like cover my insecurities. Because like I've been bullied like basically like almost my whole life about like how I look and stuff. So like I'm always trying to like cover up my pimples, my acne, my dark spots, like trying to make my nose look snatched with contour, like, you know. But like obviously I have like overcome that and stuff. It's just that I feel comfortable in my own face, in my own skin, and like it's just that I've developed the liking for wearing makeup, and I just love doing my makeup. It calms me down, and it just like, you know, like it's like I like spending time with myself basically, and like
Yeah.
working on my skill, because I think I have a passion for makeup.
You do have a passion for makeup, and you're good
Yeah.
at it.
So like, what was I saying?
The reason why you wear makeup.
Oh yes. Yeah, so part of the reason why I like wear makeup is because like self-esteem self-esteem and stuff, and like just to like, you know, try to fit the societal norms or whatever, and like trying to be like everyone else. But then like some people just like doing their makeup because it makes them feel good about themselves, and like it just, people love doing their makeup in general, like me. Like I'm on both sides, like trying to look good and like
Yeah.
spending time with myself, and like just
Yeah.
doing what I love.
And you?
Can I just ask a question? It's a little bit off topic, but also on topic.
topic, yeah.
Yeah. So I've always like felt like I didn't look nice with my hair all to the back, like with all my hair, like maybe in a ponytail or something, and all to the back. And then I always used to look at my mom, like she always wears her hair to the back, and then
Yes.
I was like, people say we look the same, but you look so much better with your hair to the back. So like then I always used to like take like two front pieces like Jasmine has now, like two
Yes.
front pieces and like let it hang in front.
Yeah.
Like for me, I just look like better like that. And my mom says that it look like two antennas. I'm like, but I'm always like, it's just what you see. It's almost like I see someone look good with their hair back, and then it's like, oh yeah, I wish that. It's always that word, I wish
Yeah.
I could have my hair like that,
Yeah.
or something. So I've always had a huge insecurity about my hair, because I always felt like I could do nothing with my hair and such. So not gonna lie, I used to always get jealous over Jasmine Shalages and Mia's hair. Like honestly, and Raissa's, they like it's so nice, and yours is so Yusra. And then like
Thank you.
and I was like how, man? But like I was like God made me the way He wanted to make me and the way He saw me. So it's like I have to accept who I am, because it's not gonna change. So yeah.
But like I said, like beauty is opinionated and such, and it's important to build your own sense of beauty within yourself and such, and see yourself as beautiful, and try to put yourself in other people's shoes when you look at yourself, you know, and focus on the things that you like about yourself rather than things that you don't like, because typically most of the time the things that you do like about yourself are most of the time the things that tend to stand out more. So yeah.
I think it's, for me, I wear little to no makeup because I'm very bad at it. So, yeah, I think for me it's kind of like I wish I had the ability to put on a full face of makeup, like expert beauty gurus style, and just like, I do watch like so much videos, like the vlogs and how like celebrities do their makeup, and it's just like it's on replay.
Yeah.
And I wish basically
Yeah.
to cover up and to cover my pimples and to do whatever to try and make myself quote unquote more beautiful. But I think like if we do look at beauty gurus and we do look at all these people that are experts in makeup, they love it. It's an art form for them. Like they have fun. It's like painting. It's
Yes.
like drawing. It's like people that are really, really, really good at it. They don't do it to enhance their beauty. They do it because they are having fun.
Yeah.
It's what they enjoy doing. They build content
Yes.
around it. They paint their entire face, and it's an art form. It's
Yeah.
something that they genuinely love doing. And yeah, I think it's so weird because I think every teenager, we want to do it to make ourselves more beautiful and to make ourselves look like them.
Yeah.
And then they do it because they love it and not to make themselves look more pretty. And they think that like, oh, like I don't look the same, obviously, but like I like my face without makeup, but I just do it because it's an art form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that also, like how you say, it's an art form. It can be relaxing and things, as Jasmine has said. And it's good to, like Jasmine has said again, to spend time with yourself and it's a form of self-love, you know, of taking care of yourself and things and building your own self-confidence, because some people feel more confident in that. And that is to their own, you know. But it is important to be confident in your natural self and such. But what about you guys? What do you feel is your way of showing your self-love or taking time out for yourself, just caring for yourself?
Me personally, I either do like a small little workout or something, or I do my makeup. Most of the time it's do my makeup, and then like I make a transition on TikTok or something so that I can just like watch it from overs and overs again. I was like, oh my word, I actually look so good.
You do.
Sometimes I'll do my makeup at like 11 o'clock at night, and then I'll be sitting still looking in the mirror at myself at 2 o'clock in the morning, just saying, Jasmine, you look so good, and like you should feel more good about yourself, like without makeup and stuff. And I have been, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but the whole week I haven't been wearing makeup to school, and I just
Look
felt so
amazing.
free.
Yeah, look
Like-
amazing both with makeup and
Thank
without.
you. Thank you. But like, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Zara?
I'm not a big fan of makeup.
But what are
I've-
the ways that you show yourself love or take care of yourself that you feel?
For me, ever since I was at Blask, I've always, like, you know, been thinking positive, always wanted to think positive, always watched all these positive quotes. I think most of my camera roll is full of just positive things. So me taking the time out to just, like, you know, read through that and remind myself that I am who I am and I can't change that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Gabby?
I want to lie.
Don't lie, be honest. This is a safe space.
I want to
It's okay.
say that like the typical like self-love things like like spend time with myself, I improve my hygiene, like I just take a bath and then I shave and then I do my skincare routine and then I go to my like clean room and make me like my favorite. I'm not doing that. It's so much effort. Like if I'm down and I have to put so much effort into like self-care in order to improve. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I want to lie and say that I would do that. Like, oh, I would like put my clean room and make me my favorite food, and I'm not going to do that. It's way too much effort. I think. I just take a lot of time and just take a lot. I don't do anything. Like literally, I do not leave my bed. If I'm feeling low, I take a week bed rest. Literally.
We love
it. Like, I'm literally.
And then after a week, then I'll just do literally the most to make myself feel good.
Yes.
Like I do those skincare stuff. Skincare.
Skincare.
I've been in the shower for like 2 hours having a karaoke and just like enjoying myself, a whole concert, and just like, you know,
Yeah.
taking care of myself, like do my hair, like just I'll be taking the most hours just to like, after a week of like being like all sad and stuff in my room, on the Saturday I'll like refresh everything and just like make myself feel good about myself, like, you know.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Like
That
that
is-
self-esteem boost.
That's
like, yeah.
I have to take like a week and I'm in my bed a week sleeping, I can't like actively going out of my way to do absolutely nothing for a week, And then after that, it's just like, okay, I spent enough time moping. I'll be doing the most just to like get back in the world, and I will get back in the world with like a boost. I think that's like my self
Twinsies.
routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like for me, I feel like okay, one of the things which I feel like everyone at Blaska knows, I like sleeping.
We all know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like relaxing to take a moment just to like calm yourself, to just in a sense like block out the world and just like have that like rest, you know? And I feel like also doing things such as like putting out a nice outfit for me and things, and then putting on maybe like an eyeliner and stuff like that, and looking in the mirror and be like, oh wow, like I look amazing, you know, and things. I don't typically always need to wear like eyeliner, and I don't often wear it as much anymore. But like just knowing that when I look in the mirror and things, I'm like, oh, I really like my outfit, I look amazing today, and I like wanting to take pictures and stuff. It just boosts your self-confidence and things, and going like out and seeing friends and such, and being social, speaking, and if I'm ever at like a low and stuff, being able to talk to someone about it, to open myself up to family and friends that I'm really close with, that I care about a lot, and understanding that, like, you know, I'm beautiful every time, like, you know, and that everything that I'm going through will pass and things, as long as I just keep on moving forward. And also as well, just working on myself and my academics and things, that makes me feel really good and things, and sit in it. It's just, yeah, it's my version of taking care of myself as well. So let's see what some of our comments have said. So okay.
Just put it up.
Okay, let us know when it's up.
It is up.
Okay. Oh wait, I think it's the old one.
Yeah.
This is the old one.
This is the other one.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Oh, is there another one? There we go.
Okay. So Kim said, let me add, if you know how to apply the makeup. Kim, everyone's like different, you know? Even if you don't like how you applied the makeup and stuff, it's
I feel
okay.
attacked.
Like,
I'm literally overthinking if I know how or not.
you do. Don't doubt yourself. You do. She also said, when I was younger, I believed that a guy would look at a female with makeup on first before the one who doesn't. Makeup amplifies one's looks. It does. It often, like, we tend to apply makeup in a way that will bring more attention to your face, to your eyes, to like the shape of your face and such.
To like highlight your features.
Yeah, to like amplify your own physical beauty, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like the thing with guys, I can't obviously say because I'm not one, but I think depends. I've known some people that will say, oh, like they like people that like don't wear makeup and stuff. But then again, sometimes they can't tell if we're wearing makeup or not, which is concerning. Like we'll do it so well that they don't know if we're wearing or not, which is a little bit of a compliment, but at the same time, we must teach them. We will teach them.
Like sometimes I'll literally fool them, but like with my no makeup face look, when I have like a whole face, a whole makeup look on, and it's just.
We have two Charlene's. So Swan says, an ugly personality makes an attractive person unattractive.
That
which
is so true.
Yes.
That is 100% true.
And Miss Apollos says, also Ben is very condescending and not a great personality.
Okay.
He needs to humble himself.
Ben doesn't have a great personality, but Ben literally let Davy stay at her place for like how long when she ran away.
Yeah.
So like,
Can I ask a question? So I saw on TikTok that they've got this filter, right?
Yeah.
Where I think it's called bold filter.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So my question to you ladies are, does that make you want to wear makeup all the time because it makes you look different, and people might see you on TikTok a certain way, but in the real life, does the real life and the reality, does the online persona confuse the real life for you guys, for you ladies?
for me personally, no.
Yeah,
It's like
same.
I'm two different people. I'm online, I'm that person. In real life, I'm this person. But with like the filter question, like, does it make you want to wear makeup more? No.
I think it
I have the
depends on the
filter.
person.
Why would I want to wear makeup more?
Oh.
Like the filter is there. It's doing its job.
Yeah.
I can't live up to the filter in real life.
Yeah.
But online, Gabby will live up to the filter in real life, but it's on her. You know, it's two different people.
I think it does really depend for the person, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I'm like in the opposite kind of thing. I'll wear like maybe like makeup and things a little bit and things. Or I'll try to use very minimum filters or no filter at all because I'll be like, I don't want people to think like I'm two different people, like personally, you know? But that's not always the case, obviously. Like, I think if you see yourself in person and seeing them online, I feel like your actual person, your live, seeing you face to face is more beautiful. And I feel like that's with like, even with all of your pictures and stuff, like when I see you guys online and offline, I feel like your personality and your self shines through better through your offline and you just look more beautiful. But yeah, but like, and what about you, Zara? Let's go.
I feel like the same thing you said. Like, I feel like, you know, I've always been, that's one thing about me, is that the way I look on like filters or like on TikToks, you know, I do a TikTok and I use a filter, I wouldn't like say to myself, yo, I wish I actually looked like that. Like my one friend, she was like, so she always uses freckles filter. Just the freckles, not on one of the lashes, but she's like, yo, I honestly wish like I had freckles.
Yeah.
And I was like, why though? You look fine without freckles. And
Yeah.
she's like, I don't know. I mean, it suits me, yeah. So you can really see. I'm like, when you actually have freckles, you will realize that you actually look a bit different to
Yeah.
how you looked on TikTok. That's
Yeah.
my thing. So like, you would like see yourself and you would be like, oh my gosh, I look so beautiful and I'm so pretty right now. And then in reality, you would want that, but when you actually do it, it doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
For-
So
yeah.
yeah.
For me, it's kind of always been the opposite. I've always like looked at my pictures and just really like, you real life me is killing you right now. Like, why aren't you like, you know, my pictures are not great. I've always tried to like the mirror, and then there's my phone.
Yeah.
And the mirror always wins. One of them is lying to me.
Yes.
I'm gonna believe it's my phone.
Yes.
Because my
Same.
phone can't, like, quality, it's not, it's the phone, okay?
Yeah.
The phone is the one that's lying
Yeah.
to me. The mirror is telling the truth. The phone is the one that's lying to me. And it's kind of like, it's always been the opposite. It's kind of like, I wished that my pictures could look how I look like in real life,
Yes.
basically.
And I feel like that is honestly like really true. Like even if you take a picture of like a sunset and stuff, you won't like look at your picture of the sunset and be like, oh, the sunset is ugly because this picture is ugly. You're gonna say like your phone hasn't lived up to the quality that it is. And I feel like that's something that we need to implement in our lives. That if you don't look good in a picture, that's just because the picture couldn't capture your true beauty. You know, that doesn't typically mean that you are unattractive. You don't look nice. You know, and that's why I feel like we need to build a better relationship with our mirrors and with ourselves. And that also brings us to the point of our challenge that we have called your mind over your mirror. So mind over mirror. And if we could just get that up, please. We have some slides and things explaining what it is and how to do it. And it would be amazing if our viewers could actually join in and post, and for us to actually spread the positivity of self-talk, of, you know, seeing ourselves in the mirror and actually learning to love ourselves. So would anyone like to talk through a little bit? You can just explain and see what you have on the slides themselves. So obviously the thing is called Mind Over Mirror, and then let's get a bit more of an explanation. Okay, who's going first?
Okay, I'll go. Looking for a powerful and uplifting way to boost your confidence and self-esteem, take part in our Mind Over Mirror challenge and discover the magic of self-affirmation. Affirmation. Sorry.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know what affirmation means, it's just talking to yourself in a positive light and, you know, like focusing on how amazing you are and explaining to yourself and reminding yourself that you are worth so much more than what you think on the daily, because,
Can I do the next one?
of course, yeah.
What's the challenge? Record a video or take a picture of yourself standing in front of a mirror and speaking positive affirmations or writing them on the glass of the mirror. It's a simple yet transformative exercise that can change the way you see yourself and your potential. For example, I am a fighter, I am loved, and I matter.
Yeah.
So I think the origin of this challenge was that I think our entire self-esteem is built on if other people give us a compliment. If we expect other people to give us value, basically, we need other people to build us up. We need other people to tell us. And if they don't tell us, then it's like, well, you're worth nothing. And I think most people have that mindset. And the point of this challenge was that you really, really, really need to start building yourself up. You need to be the person that you need to look yourself in the mirror, and you need to be the one that gives you the compliments. Nobody's going to compliment you in the way that you want them to, except for yourself.
Yeah.
So you need to look in the mirror and you need to give yourself those compliments, because no one else is going to compliment you in the way that you want them to be complimented.
Yeah. But Jasmine, could you take us through why people should join in?
Sure.
Okay.
So, like, first of all, to boost your confidence, like, embrace your unique qualities and strengths as you shower yourself with encouraging words. Watch your self-confidence soar to new heights. And then, transform your mindset. Replace self-doubt and negative thoughts with the empowering affirmations. Shift your mindset towards positivity, abundance, and limitless possibilities. Next, to inspire people. And share your video using our challenge hashtag and inspire others to embark on their own journey of self-discovery and self-love. And then last of all, nurture self-love. By practicing positive self-talks, you'll develop a deep sense of self-acceptance and love. Celebrate your worthiness and embrace your inner beauty.
Okay. And then we'll be getting onto how to actually do the steps and sending it through and such. So after this slide.
This one?
Next two. So how to participate. Next one. Okay. So as we have said before, you have to stand in front of the mirror and then grab your phone and hit record, unless you want to take a picture. Secondly, you have to speak or write from your heart. Affirm yourself with kind, empowering words, focusing on your strengths, achievements, no matter how big or small, and limitless potential. There we go. Number 3 is you have to upload your video to your favorite social media platform using our challenge hashtag Mind Over Mirror Challenge. And 4, tag the Now You Know podcast and 3 or more friends who need to remind themselves of their worth or could do with some positive self-talk and encourage them to take on the challenge. And there's all our socials if you need them, and you can always just add us in any of those. And then we just preference that this isn't obviously an easy task and things, and even if you don't believe it now, it doesn't mean that it's not possible for you to believe it in the future after constantly reminding yourself. You can train your mind to see this beauty within yourself. So yeah. And lastly, who wants to take the last one? Zara?
Together we can create a ripple effect of positivity. Join us today and embark on a journey of self-discovery, self-love, and positive transformation. Let's unleash the power of positive self-talk and create a world filled with confidence, kindness, and self-empowerment.
So yeah, I think that we can leave it as is. Would everyone like to just say a little goodbye and end us off here? Who wants to start off? I'm going to volunteer if no one takes the opportunity. I want to volunteer someone, not
You
me.
can volunteer.
It's okay.
I do want to peer pressure everybody a little bit to post the challenge, but also I would understand if you don't want to. It's kind of a very, very personal thing, so I understand if you would feel discouraged, but I am going to peer pressure you. You have to do the challenge, you have to post it, you have to do it right now.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yes.
And a little ending from me is always remember that you are beautiful and you are unique, and you are just yourself. Just be yourself around people. Don't ever change yourself to please other people.
Yeah. Jasmine.
I'm going to bring up a quote that was said in the beginning of the podcast, and that's, we accept the love we think we deserve.
Yeah.
I think that you guys should sit down and just take the time to like think about what you really deserve and your standards and your self-esteem, and like just put yourself first. Like you, like, yeah, just put yourself first, and like don't let people bring you down. Don't lower your standards for anyone as well.
Yeah. And I think that lastly, that firstly was an amazing quote. Love that. And I think it's important for us to see ourselves as friends. Like, if you go to your friend, you wouldn't tell them, oh, you don't look good, you know, you look so bad and stuff. The things that you say to yourself, you shouldn't be your own worst enemy. You should be your friend. And you should see yourself as a friend and, you know, build a relationship with yourself, because I think that's the most important relationship you'll have ever, because you'll be with you for the rest of your life. So it's important to love yourself and to take care of yourself. And I would just like to say, if you guys did like this podcast, please like and subscribe and comment below anything that you'd like us to maybe talk about. Go to any of our socials and at us, you know, reach out to us. We are here. And I hope that now you're saying, oh, now I know. So thank you.
I would just like to end this podcast while listening to you guys. A quote came to mind, and I want you guys to think of this one. Perfection is ignorant of itself. If you think about that, what you guys were saying is exactly that quote.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay.